We're back at the Hobbytown, Virginia RC counter. It's been a while since we did a product unboxing video, and we are super excited for what we're going to show you guys today from our friends at Kyosho America. Say hello to the brand new and beautiful 1957 Chevy Bel Air Coupe from Kyosho. So without further ado, let's see what you get in this box, and let's check out this RC car in real life. So we're going to pop the lid, and as always, you got your car in there all secured nice. We already cut the zip ties because we couldn't wait. Plastic wrapped for protection. Let's rip that off. And oh my goodness, this is probably one of the coolest, especially in the classic realm of cars, Kyosho has ever released. 1/10 scale, ready to run, comes like this right out of the box. And before we look up close at the detail on this body, let's see what else comes in this box first. So you got your cardboard inserts, keep everything safe. You got your synchro transmitter from Kyosho. These things are super user friendly, a nice foam grip here. You get all your trim buttons on the top. Make sure you're going straight, make sure your throttle's aligned. And the coolest part about these Kyosho transmitters that they include in their ready to run phasers is they have EPA knobs right on the top of the radio. EPA stands for endpoint adjustment. So that's actually going to limit either the speed or the amount of steering you have in the vehicle, and that's perfect for a first time beginner level driver. And then the only other thing you're going to find inside the box is going to be your handy dandy manual. This thing's going to have all kinds of tech tips, how to set up the radio, how to set up the ESC if you ever have an issue, as well as a breakdown of all the parts. So if you were ever in need of replacing a part, you just look at your diagram here, find the part number. You can head over to hobbytown.com. That's going to show if we have the part in stock in store. Come on in, grab your part, and get your phaser back on the streets. And then the last thing you're going to find inside the box, which is going to be inside this bag, one of the coolest things that you can find with most of the phaser cars are a set of different offset wheel hexes. So if you ever decide to change this body, I don't know why you would because this thing's gorgeous, but if you ever decide to, the wider or narrower hexes are going to accommodate a wider or narrower body and make sure that your wheels sit flush just like they should. So that's everything you're going to find inside the box. Let's take a closer look up close at all of the detail they packed into this 1957 Chevy Bel Air body. The first thing you're probably going to notice when you pull this car out of the box is the beautiful paint that comes right from the factory. This is tropical turquoise, probably one of the coolest colors I've ever seen on a ready-to-run RC car, and fits this era of vehicle perfectly. And then you're also going to see some amazing chrome detail pieces throughout the shell that really ties everything together, from your bumper to your headlight moldings to your windshield wipers are even chrome, your taillights, your rear bumper. And if you've ever painted chrome, it is extremely hard to get this quality of a finish. It looks just like a real chrome bumper. The wheels are another aspect that Kyosho blew out of the park. Super nice chrome finish, really cool scale center cap in there as well. And as always with these ultra scale bodies, the further you look, the more detail you find. One of my favorite things that most companies do not do, this is actually a molded license plate, so it's an additional piece. It's not just a sticker on the back of this car, so that's going to give it some depth and really just take it to the next level. So that's what you're going to find on the exterior of this beautiful 1957 Chevy Bel Air. Let's pop the top and check out this Phaser MK2L chassis. Alright, we'll just pop some body clips here. It's got little plastic washers too. You can keep those if you want. They're probably just in there from the factory to protect the paint, so when it's bumping around in the box, it doesn't scratch the body at all. So those are handy to have if you're trying to keep that scale look, so we'll put all that right there. So body pops right off, 4 body clips like always. Body's painted white underneath too, so that gives it a nice clean finish. And you can see all these parts are screwed on from underneath, all the accessories, so they're not just taped on, they're not going to pop right off if you drive this thing around like we know you're going to when you get it out. So that's the body underneath. And then under the hood, you're gonna have your MK2 four-wheel drive electric touring car chassis. This is gonna be the long wheelbase version of the MK2 chassis. They have two different versions to give the car a more realistic stance, whether it was a longer wheelbase in real life or a shorter wheelbase in real life, and they made two different chassis to represent those sizes. So inside the chassis, it's gonna come equipped with a 550 size powerful brush motor. Gonna pull this thing capable of about 30 miles an hour speed depending on your surface and depending on your battery. You got your electronic speed control covered nicely under here for protection. You got your steering servo under there as well, covered nicely for protection. So all of your electronics are kind of on one side to offset the weight of the battery. It's also gonna have oil-filled shocks front and rear, heavy-duty drive shafts that are gonna hold up to that 550 brushed power. Gonna have ball bearings throughout the whole vehicle, give you a nice smooth rolling feel. And Kyosho offers a ton of aftermarket upgrade parts for these Phaser chassis. So if you ever want to upgrade and accessorize in the future, you're not limited to just these plastic parts. And then another value added feature Kyosho uses on their Phaser chassis, they use hex drive hardware instead of like a Phillips head or regular head screw. So it's going to make it 1,000 times easier to work on and just give you a more quality feel of a build. The only additional things you're going to need to get this 1957 Chevy up and running is a quality hobby grade battery. We usually recommend Gen's 5,000 to 6,000 milliamp 2-cell LiPo battery. It's going to drop right in here. Just make sure you get one with a Dean's plug. That's going to match up perfectly to the ESC that's already included in the vehicle. Then you're going to need a hobby grade charger. Two of our favorite options are the Electron 44. This thing is only $29.99, charges up to 4 amps. We'll charge this LiPo battery in about hour and a half, and comes with a Dean's plug in the box, so you don't have to worry about any additional adapters. If you're looking for a slightly more advanced charger than the Electron 44, our most popular charger in store is going to be the Prodigy 610 Easy. It's got a full LCD digital screen, going to charge all types of different RC car batteries. Comes with a Dean's plug in the box, so once again, no additional adapters needed. Plus you get all kinds of different charge features like storage, discharge, and balance charge. Then the last thing you need is going to be super easy. Just need 4 AA batteries of your brand choice. Pop them into the bottom of your synchro transmitter. Power that baby up. Put in your LiPo battery in your vehicle and you're ready to hit the streets. The Chevy Bel Air from Kyosho hits store shelves mid-February 2023. Pre-orders currently available at all 4 of our Virginia store locations. We're going to charge up our Gen's battery, get this Chevelle ready to hit the streets. Stay tuned for some future videos of this thing in action. Maybe we'll even throw some drift slicks on this bad boy and see if it can make it around one of our indoor drift tracks.